This is an Insane Cast production. You're listening to Thanks for Watching the All Movies Podcast. With your cast, Beth, DJ, Jimmy. And now, thanks for watching.
Welcome to Thanks for Watching, episode 61.
The big 6-1, the opposite of Sweet 16.
Yeah, just totally an inverted 16. You're, never mind.
Yep.
It's not right.
You almost went there. You almost stepped in the puddle.
That died on the vine. It died on the vine.
Yeah, I stopped it.
Good.
I stopped it immediately.
Good job.
So, I'm one of your cast members, DJ, hanging out with you in sunny, rainy San Diego. It's been raining like crazy here. And then hanging out in Riverside.
Hey, it's Jimmy.
There he is. Yo, Jimmy. And then, haven't heard from him in a week. There
a whole
he is.
week.
Just Joe. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Great to be back.
Yay. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about this week. Holy moly.
Yep.
Yeah, we got one movie.
One movie, but a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it's big bang of a movie right there. Avengers Endgame. And box office numbers, well, there's going to be a surprise there. A streaming challenge, next week's openings. We have quite a few coming out next week, and future films, and our new discussion for the following week. But first, some entertainment news. Tell me if you knew this. John Singleton, the youngest and first black filmmaker to receive an Oscar nomination for Best Director and Original Screenplay for Boys in the Hood. He died today of a stroke.
I didn't know that.
Age 51.
Dang.
Holy smokes. So
that's depressing. That Boys in the Hood's that's a timeless, not timeless, but
They're coming hard.
that's like a pivotal movie, like from my youth. I mean, I don't know.
yeah, well, 91, I think. Wasn't it 91?
But I think me specifically, just being young black kid at the time.
I did read that about John Singleton. He actually acted in a few things, didn't he?
That
I don't know.
remember. I don't know.
I think he was in an Amazon series, and I'm trying to remember what it's called. But his face looks super familiar.
Yeah.
Ah.
He did Too Fast, Too Furious for all those like Adrian. He really liked those car films. Never mind. No talking about that. Never mind. Poetic Justice, Baby Boy, Abduction,
Higher Learning. I didn't know he did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
DJ, you gotta turn that phone off, baby.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things.
Good call. I didn't do mine yet either. Got it.
And Larry King was hospitalized due to chest pains, and he underwent an angioplasty. He looks super sucked up, like he's about to die.
Holy crap!
Okay.
Yeah,
Dang, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if that's some of the last news about him. He's actually he's probably like my third favorite newscaster all time, if you can call him a newscaster. But
Third favorite though. Huh?
Oh yeah, I'm a connoisseur, baby.
Who's your first and second? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, as soon as you asked that, Walter Cronkite was number one, and Dan Rather's number two.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
My life,
Newscaster connoisseur. I didn't know that there was such a thing.
My growing up was that exciting that, like, watching the news was a highlight. So, yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Not really, but
well, yeah. Other news: Twilight Zone was renewed for a second season on that CBS
Excellent.
All Access. So I haven't watched it. I kind of want to watch it, but I might have to do the free trial.
And then just binge it.
Yeah, just binge it and then cancel. So
I saw the one episode that they played for free on YouTube. The first episode.
Oh, okay.
Man, it was good.
Really? Yeah, I heard it
Yeah.
was good. Huh. I wonder if it's still on the YouTube. I could probably grab it. Check it out. So we'll try that. But that's cool. I mean, I'm glad it's being being watched. People are liking it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So somewhere in the didn't read the article completely, but I skimmed it, and I read there that it had the most unique viewers. I'm like, what do you mean by unique viewers? And how do you know it's the most of them?
Probably based on location.
Yeah, okay.
Well, like so, for instance, when I Twitch stream, which we haven't talked about yet today,
yeah,
but for those of you that listen regularly, I get a stat on unique views.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think it's individual, either like say you and your wife are watching on two different televisions, but from the same location, that doesn't count as two unique views. I'm thinking that's how it works. I don't know.
So it's like one unique view, even though it's at the same house.
Correct.
Offensive.
But I don't know if that's exactly how it works.
Wow.
Yeah, it's...
Huh. Well, if somebody knows how that works, they could always send us an email. Shout out at tfwmovies.com. Let us know. Yeah. Because very curious about that. Okay.
We're just making stuff up right now.
Ha!
So.
Yeah. Well, that's my favorite part, just so you know. Making stuff
Okay.
up. Hey, Field of Dreams turns 30. Oh, my gosh.
What is that?
What is what?
I'm
30 or
teasing.
Field of Dreams?
I'm teasing you. We were talking about Field of Dreams pre-show.
We were just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Wow. So I'm baffled by that. I can't believe.
Yeah, it makes you feel old, doesn't it?
Slightly.
It should.
Slightly.
bit.
You deserve
That and
it, you old fart.
One of my youngest nieces is in high school now too, so that's just crazy too.
You don't have any nieces or nephews not in high school, do you?
No, not anymore.
You've got them like post-college, one going to grad school.
Yep.
Yeah.
One just hit 9th grade.
Yeah. That's
It's
crazy.
all over, Deej.
You're old.
Wow.
It's over.
It's
man.
official. I'm old and we hit episode 61. Ugh.
Pretty soon. Thanks for watching. We'll
10th anniversary.
well, no, we'll qualify for the senior discount.
Senior discount. Thanks for watching. We're gonna have to change all the stuff to be more gray rather than black. Oh my gosh. Well, hey, it's a survival game, right? That's all it is.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what else is a survival game? Game of Thrones is a survival game. So I didn't get to watch it, but hey, Just Joe, tell me a little bit about it. What did I miss this week?
Well, it was a very dark episode, and by that I mean the film grade was, usually we get these big wide open landscape shots. You see the scale, the scope of everything, the big armies, and when they're flying into some place or going to a new stronghold or whatever, you get a good look at everything. Well, I guess they figure you already know what everything looks like. Also, Blue and I surmised that to save money on CGI, you make everything at nighttime, right?
Yeah.
That way you don't have to get as detailed when you're making the stuff.
That's true.
Blue brought that up to me, and I was like, "Yep, that makes sense." And it's an industry fact, as she states. And but but I think a lot of it was filmed in this way because this episode was called The Long Night, I believe, and it's the showdown with the Night King. And I think they also did it that way to keep shots real tight and focused on the action, is to just get the overall large scale confusing battle. Like everywhere you look, there's something going on and you can't really make out what it is. Kind of like the fog of war kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I get why people were mad. Like, oh, I couldn't see anything, oh, stupid, whatever. But I think it served a purpose and to save money on visual effects.
Do you think they needed to save money? I mean,
you're always looking to when you're making these big productions without affecting the product, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
and all the actors get paid more.
Okay,
Every season they sign a contract that says more.
Right.
More money, less episodes.
So I won't go too deep into spoilers, but we had the big showdown we've all been waiting for. And it definitely didn't go like I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
We had a couple characters, actually, okay, 3 that I can think of right now that are definitely gone. And they are popular characters.
Ooh, who's gone?
You're okay with me saying it?
Yeah. I want to know.
Okay,
if somebody it's like a spoiler. So if you don't want to know, just fast forward like 2 minutes.
And shame on you for not seeing it already.
Fair. Oh, I barely watched it today. I got done watching it before we started.
Well, there you go. You did it.
So Theon, we lost Theon.
No way. Okay.
Yep. And I knew that was going to happen because he was tasked with standing next to Bran and being the last line of defense.
But Theon, he seemed like he needed to go. Like he didn't seem like a very
well. I think he got his ultimate redemption, and Bran told him something that made him feel better about his duty.
Okay.
Bran told him right before. Oh yeah, we are doing live, so we're spoiling live. By the way, we are spoiling live on YouTube.
Oh,
Blue just brought that up.
That's all right. I'll just take it down early.
All right. We lost Jorah. I'm pretty sure he's dead. You're familiar with who Jorah is, right?
I can't remember.
Jorah Mormont. Jorah Mormont was the Khaleesi's first hand.
Oh, okay.
And then let's see. One that really kind of affected me was Lyanna Mormont. Little lady Lyanna.
Oh,
the tough little girl. She's gone.
Oh, well.
But she went out like a champ.
Good.
She took out the giant.
Ooh, okay.
She took down the undead giant.
So like Mike Tyson took a bite out of the ear.
Took their heavy hitter out of the game before she got crushed.
Nice.
And then
so she died a hero.
Yep.
All right.
And then the dude with the flaming sword, I can't remember his name right now.
I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name either.
Yeah, he was the one that could get resurrected a bunch of times, but then they took out his buddy, so now he was on his last life, essentially.
Got it.
And then the Night King showed up, and Jon was going in for a charge on him, and the Night King turned around and said, "Oh, by the way, everybody who's laying here dead, I'm going to raise them real quick." So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Wow.
I'll leave it there. Blue's bringing up some pretty good points about she was listening to a video and they started to spoil stuff and she was in the, washing dishes and she had to run. She couldn't turn it off right away, so she might have heard some spoilers. So,
oh, no.
Sorry for anybody listening live that wasn't able to click off.
Yeah, nobody was listening.
DJ gave me the green light, so I did it.
That's okay. That's okay. And I could add I can add a little music in between saying, okay, I'll give you a few seconds to click it off, and then,
Right.
I could do that. That's a good idea. Or fast forward, I guess you could say. But, okay, cool. So, how did they end the episode? Like, what was the cliffhanger?
No real cliffhanger.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, I don't want to. This is a big. I mean, it's a big one.
Is it a big one? Okay, you don't have to do it. You don't have to say it. That's okay.
I feel bad saying it now. Like now that I'm like so self-conscious about everything that I've already said.
Well, I don't know. We like to talk about these things. It's okay, I think. All right. Well, never mind. I'll have to watch it. Maybe we can have a recap when the season's all over, because I know I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So,
all right,
that'll be fun. I just like having the recap of the week or so, because you're watching it
right
as it unfolds. Dun dun dun.
It was a good episode, though.
Cool. I look forward to seeing that when I get a chance to see it. All right. Cool. Hey, what else you working on? You have something you work on.
Yeah. So 3 nights a week, I Twitch stream, or I stream video games on Twitch. And what that is I basically play video games and broadcast it live and kind of give you a show at the same time. So if you guys want to tune into that, you can go to www.twitch.tv and then /apostle_OFC.
Excellent.
And that's me.
Yay. Have you gone to our website to see your link?
I did.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. It's like I've never had to steal stuff out of code before, but that was the first time I ever had to do it. Because it won't just let me put your page on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I try to put it on there and it won't embed or anything. It's just so weird. So I was like, well, I like that picture, but your website or the Twitch website won't let me steal the picture.
Yeah, I could. Okay, yeah.
So I had to go into the nerd site of it and scroll in and look and there's your
find the
picture.
Source code or whatever, right?
Yeah, the source code, and so I had to grab your picture from the source code and then I stuck it on there. So,
well, great job.
Thank you. I was pretty proud of it myself. It was like, whoa, I did it. My proud moments.
There you go, man. Got to celebrate them when you get them.
Exactly. Oh boy. So, anyway, sorry. I get texts. I don't know why it's vibrating super loud.
It does all the time.
Oh gosh. It happens to be somebody who is listening to the show on YouTube. It says, and it's teacher J.M. Strauss. He says, he goes, LOL, I'm listening, but I don't care about Game of Thrones, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, he didn't say so it's okay. I added that part, but that's funny. Thank you, J.M. Strauss.
Well, if anybody gets mad, I didn't want to give spoilers.
I did it.
DJ told me to.
It's all my fault. And Jimmy didn't object. So.
I did not.
No, Jimmy didn't jump in. I was waiting for my legal counsel to back me up, but he didn't jump in.
Dude, I thought we were talking about Avengers. And
Oh.
and you're like, Theron. I'm like, who the fudge is that? So I had to actually search it up. That's why I've been silent for a little bit, because I have no idea about Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, you could always watch all of them, if you want to catch up, because they're all on HBO.
That's great.
Yeah. So, well, there you have it.
That's how likely that is.
Well, yeah. Hey, go over and check out Just Joe's stream, because that'll be fun. He has some great music on there, just so you know.
Oh, thanks, man. And the music is, a lot of it's predetermined, or not predetermined, but determined by the viewers. I have song requests on, and people can put in their song requests and have their song play, and it's interactive. Like I interact with the people who are there chatting, and Crackhead Blues in there having fun with people, and I have a lot of regular viewers that come by, and a lot of them are my real life friends, but.
So
we're all a big welcoming group. If somebody comes in who we've never seen before and wants to make conversation, they're more than welcome. It's great.
Do you have a top 3 songs that are requested?
No, I don't have. I could name one that gets requested every single stream, and it's Lamb Chops, the song that never ends. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We have one of my viewers who likes to drop that first thing every time he gets in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But not really.
Well,
So yeah, shout out to Portage. I don't know if he listens to this podcast, but I can tell him I shouted him out.
oh, there you go. Oh my gosh. Well, we won't be taking requests on Thanks for Watching. Unless maybe it's movie requests. What kind of movies do you want us to talk about? That might kind of thing. But hey, you can contact us. We have a phone number, 512-podcast. That's 512-763-2278. We get a lot of texts to that, which is great. We get hardly any. Actually, we don't get any voicemails, so I'm a little sad. I would love to have a voicemail. Yeah. Jimmy, how about you? Would you want a voicemail?
Not really.
So Jimmy wants a voicemail too. But yeah, you can find her.
I equate voicemails to old lawyers that have ones at the beginning of their bar number because they can't email, and their paralegal or their legal assistant is out of the office, so they can't fax either.
Oh dear. Wow. I don't know if I could be that helpless.
No, these guys are a whole
You think
new,
you'd like?
they're a whole new
You think you would
level
figure
of
it out,
helpless.
right? Like if you had to.
Yeah, if you had to, I
No,
suppose.
they just refuse. Like one dude. Yeah, you have to serve him papers at a post office.
Huh.
They don't have an office you can go to.
And no, he works out of his house, but he doesn't want people coming to his house to serve him papers.
Wow. Okay.
He got his ass handed to him though, so he deserved it for being antiquated.
Oh yeah. Get with the times, buddy.
He's a Luddite.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
He don't
Well,
even have
if
a
you-
flip phone.
Oh no. Yikes.
Yeah, he's landline central.
Wow. Wow. He does he have trouble? He has trouble getting out in public. Like he can't leave the house. Is that?
Oh no, no! It just has to be before dark because I don't even think his horse and carriage has lights installed.
Oh, dang. Holy moly.
Well, it's
Well,
not that
if-
bad,
But it sounds pretty bad. Holy moly.
It does sound bad.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, hey, you know what? If you can get on the internet, somehow you're listening to the show.
Because if you can't, you're not hearing this anyway.
Right.
So, you know.
Exactly.
You don't even know what a podcast is. You think it's some guy throwing sweet
Oh.
peas in the air.
Yeah. Is that off Broadway or on Broadway? What kind of cast is that?
He thinks that you're using a snap pea for a lure when you're fly fishing.
Wow. Oy, ay, ay. Well, hey, you can listen to our show on tfwmovies.com. If just go up there and click on play the latest episode. All of our episodes are on there, by the way, just so you know. Along with our email address and all those other fun links that you need. So, where was I? I mean, gosh, that was...
Well, I think I want to give a shout out to Lady Beth
Yeah?
because she is doing her thing, her theater thing.
Yeah, she has a show that opens on Friday at the old Coloma Theater way out in Coloma, California. It's like right between Cool, California and Placerville.
And if you don't know where that is, join the club.
Aww.
Grab a map.
Grab a map. Like, who wouldn't want to live in Cool, California, right? That just sounds cool.
That's a real place?
It's
is
a
a
real
real
place. The guy that
Wow.
the last principal of my children's high school is from Cool,
I thought
California.
you're telling a joke.
On Fridays, at the Cool General Store, you can get the best, hands down, the best tri-tip sandwich.
So, if you ever find yourself up in Northern California, you might want
Go
to
to
take
Cool.
a trip out there. In fact, if you go by way of Auburn,
Oh, yeah.
it's like Placerville, you'll cross this really cool bridge, and there have been a lot of movies filmed off that bridge. People jumping off, cars jumping off.
Dominic Tarantino.
Dominic Tarantino.
He jumped a senator's Corvette off that bridge, remember?
Yeah, what movie was that for?
Triple X.
Triple X. That's right. I remember. Yeah. So yeah, there's lots of films going on up there, and Beth is right in the center of it. It's just missing her every time. It's just not right there. Okay. Well, hey guys and gals listening to the show, it's time to go over our parody lists. Are you ready?
Hit it.
Teacher J.M. Strauss, this one's definitely for you, just so you know. Never mind. Moving on. Let's see. Crackhead Blue, are you ready for her list?
Let's hear it.
It's a good one. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
That's a parody? Just joking.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's definitely a parody. Kung Fu Hustle. Austin Powers, the first one. Good one. Shaun of the Dead. I like that one.
Great movie.
Yeah, definitely a great movie. Young Frankenstein. Oh, pretty awesome.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Where did you get this brain?
Abby Normal. Go ahead. Sorry.
Shout out to Abby for being a patreon.com / TFW movies tier member. You too, Crackhead Blue. Okay, sorry. And then now she has some. Oh yeah, I almost skipped. What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh man, such a good movie.
That is. Are you gonna be watching the television show, or are you watching it?
Is it already on? Like I don't even know where it is.
I think it
There's
is
your
already
answer.
on. Oh, it's not yet. Got it. Okay, but it's gonna be, and I don't remember where it's gonna be. I think it's
I'm sure Blue will keep us on that
okay.
because I definitely want to check it out.
I can't remember exactly, but it might be on the Disney Plus when that comes out. Maybe I'm wrong.
Really?
I'm not sure. But we'll see. We'll find out. Once it's done and it's in the can, we'll find out. Okay, so Crackhead Blue has some honorable mentions. Return of the Living Dead. Yes. Spaceballs. I like that one. My Schwartz is bigger than your Schwartz. And They Came Together. Ooh. And
That's a good one too. I had never seen that until Blue showed it to me. It was pretty good.
Oh, They Came Together?
Yeah, I'd never seen it before.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well,
It's very funny.
it is funny. It's pretty good. Let's see. Next. Okay, Susan, one of the gals I work with. Spaceballs. She says it has an awesome time distortion segment. That actually is pretty good. And then That's all I got. I was trying to get like something from Teacher Jam Strauss, but he's like, I don't like them. I hate parody movies. And I was like, what about Galaxy Quest or Mystery Men? And he's like, just okay. Just okay.
So is there a parody Disney movie?
Is there a parody Disney movie? You know, I venture to say that, Enchanted. Thank you,
Enchanted
Crackhead
is
Blue.
totally a parody of Disney movies.
That is definitely a parody. I have to say, what is it? The latest one with the Frozen. There we go. With the whole you can't marry somebody you just met, and you know
they
what
kind
I
of
mean?
parody themselves in a way.
Yeah. So I mean, and then
I
what
wouldn't call
else?
that a parody movie. That's a parody moment.
That is a parody moment, but
Just
hey,
self-aware. Disney being self-aware.
absolutely. What else?
But I would say Enchanted's definitely a.
What's the one with the robots? Is it not the robots like the Robin Williams one? No, the Meet the Andersons. No, what is it?
Meet the Robinsons?
Meet the Robinsons. Yeah, I mean, because that's kind of a parody on like old style.
The Jetsons.
Yeah, the Jetsons, or a parody of the what is it? Why am I blanking on Melodrama? Because look at the really bad, like, what is it?
Snidely Whiplash.
The Snidely Whiplash character, like, yeah. So instant feedback from just blah, who am I talking about? J.M. Strauss. Thank you. So true. Oh, like true. So I would include Enchanted, and then he says, "But Frozen's not really a parody to me." So
right, we self-corrected that.
That's true. And then
We said it was a parody moment.
and he says, "Meet the Robinsons is not a parody to me," and then he ends it with, "Ha ha ha ha." Well, anyway,
Well, J.M. Strauss sure feels a certain kind of way about that.
he sure does. Maybe I read the ha 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 wrong. I'm not exactly sure,
It doesn't matter.
but you know, I'm the one in control here.
Blue, which he?
Craig, I think she's talking about J.M. Strauss.
I think she's probably talking about both of them.
Maybe. No, she said J.M. Strauss is the parody.
Yay.
Or
That's
a
why
parody,
we like
rather.
J.M. Strauss.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there you have it. So he got one, Enchanted. There it is. That's on his list. Hold on, I better write that down, otherwise I will forget it, and I don't want to forget it.
Don't forget it.
Don't forget it. Okay, thank you. And then deleting that message. Okay, cool. So, all right, who wants to go first in the cast list?
You?
Jimmy, your honor.
I'm busy.
I'm
busy.
busy. You know what's so funny is one of yours I was thinking of, and I couldn't remember the title, and you totally missed.
Oh, Jimmy, you're. I see. I do see what you're doing. All right, I'll go. I'll jump ahead of you.
Okay.
All right. So, of course, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, because that's just classic, timeless, best parody movie I think ever, maybe. I don't know. Could be. Young Frankenstein.
Ooh, Frankenstein.
Right. Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah.
That's a great show.
I love that one. Tropic Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
And Galaxy Quest.
I love Galaxy Quest. I was just thinking I need to take that out and watch it. When that came out, I must have watched it like 3 or 4 times.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's my list.
And that's your list. Do you want me to go?
I do, because you always have a long list.
Oh my gosh. And I'm not going to disappoint here. Of course, number 1 on my list is UHF, which is all about parodies. And if I remember correctly, you guys haven't seen UHF. I need to dig that out and bring it so you could watch it. Johnny English, Shriek. That one is like a parody of like the Screams and all that. I thought it was way better than the other like scary movies. Yeah, so just so you know, much better. Dracula Dead and Loving It. The Naked Gun, all of them, every single one of them. Spaceballs.
All the Naked Guns.
Yeah, those are great. Mystery Men. I absolutely love Mystery Men. Spy Hard. Galaxy Quest. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Anything with Elvira in it, because that is all parody. Everything she does is funny.
I think the only Elvira's good. The only movie I've ever really seen of hers is just Blue. Help me with the title on that one. Mistress of the Dark.
Oh yeah. Which is
well, I mean,
great.
I know she has a bunch of other movies, and that's like the one where she inherits the house and all that stuff. That one's great. I really like that movie.
Yeah, and if you see her without all the makeup and all that, you don't even know who she is. Like, she's a totally different person. It's amazing. I think she's redhead, not she doesn't have the dark hair like she has in the movies. It's amazing. Just like she has this whole persona and character, and
it's amazing because she's a redhead.
Partly,
just the transformation. You mean?
Yeah, the whole transformation into a new character. It's just
we saw her at Comic-Con a couple years ago, and I'm pretty sure she was out of makeup, and Blue was across the way from her. Oh, it was years ago. I thought it was just a couple years ago. I thought she was out of makeup and she posed for you. Like she saw you. She was in makeup. Okay, so she saw Blue taking a picture. She saw Blue taking a picture from quite a ways away, and she stopped what she was doing and posed for her to take a picture.
Aww.
And that was very nice. And then we saw her live show at Not Scary Farm like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I bet it was good.
It was fun, yeah. It was a good time.
Knott's Berry Farm has some good entertainment, I think. Like, I remember one year going, and Dr. Demento was live at the Knott's Berry Farm.
And it was during the Not Scary Farm stuff?
No, it wasn't the Scary Farm part, but he was... they had him up on stage, and it was just... He played his music. It was just... He disc jockeyed
He
for
did
a
his
while.
radio show, basically. That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty nifty. So, I was like... That's something I was like lucky to. I mean, it just happened to be there when that happened. I would love it if he did it again. Wouldn't that be neat? So, but anyway, did you ever see the movie House 2?
No.
I think it's a parody of itself. Like, it's a parody of House, and House 2 is more. Hello. I missed that. House 2 is more of a like a whimsical version of the first one. The first one was like super scary, and then the second one was not at all. And it had like weird creatures and ghostly stuff, but it wasn't too ghost scary. It wasn't too bad. But yeah. So, Monster Squad, and when I think about that, the one scene that just made me laugh, and I was a kid, and it's funny, and it was like the kid, the Wolfman's coming after him, and it's
Wolfman's
like,
got nards.
kick him in the nards, kick him in the nards. Wolfman doesn't have nards, kick him in the nards, and he does, and he was like, Wolfman's got nards.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it.
This moment brought to you by all 12-year-olds across the nation.
That's right. Oh
yeah,
my
it was great.
gosh,
It was a good moment.
it was.
Absolutely. Wolfman's got nards.
So that had to stay in there, and that's all. That's my list. I rounded off to that. I got A through I, if you could believe that. I mean L. I can't even read my own.
You said Johnny English, and my brain heard Johnny Dangerously.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, I love that movie. I can't believe I forgot that movie.
Me
That's a good
too.
one.
Oh, Oh my gosh, Johnny Depp.
Michael Keaton at his finest.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh man. And you know, the music video Weird Al did.
For Johnny Dangerously?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Sweet.
You just always seem to find a way to work Weird Al and UHF into everything somehow.
Yeah, I don't it's just a coincidence.
That he's the greatest artist ever.
Well, basically, you know, I'm not going to deny that for sure, ever. So, all right, Jimmy, it's your turn.
3 fabulous movies.
All right.
Spies Like Us.
Ugh. And you know, when I saw that written there, I was like, I wish that was on my list. But then my list would be at N.
3 Amigos.
Ah, that's a great one.
Another
too.
good
He
one.
has a plethora of caballos. And last but certainly not least, coming to you live from San Diego, Anchorman.
Oh, yeah.
So
Good one.
that's that.
There it is. Excellent. I wish I had Beth's list because I bet hers would be as long as mine.
Yeah, longer.
Longer, probably.
Yeah.
So, but those are parody movies. If you haven't seen them, I suggest checking them out. Definitely. Because they're all funny. If you need to laugh, these are the ones that are going to make you do it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's for sure. And, you know, in today's sick and twisted world, we need laughter. Just saying. So, Crackhead Blue wants to add Elf. Would that be a great parody for Christmas?
Yeah, it's definitely, it hits all the Christmas notes, you know, like,
Yep.
it kind of makes fun of itself a little bit.
Right.
Totally. I love films that make fun of themselves. You know, like the guy. I'm just thinking of the X-Men that can't be an X-Men anymore, or they don't accept him. Blanking on his name. Red can't die.
Deadpool?
Thank you, Deadpool. What I could do a movie show. I promise.
Just not
Okay.
today, kids.
Just not today. Just not today. Not happening. Okay, so Deadpool, that would be a very self-aware, I don't know, parody
But
of
that's not,
superhero.
I mean, I guess it would be, like, his whole comic book is a parody of
Yeah.
traditional superheroes. So,
That's
yeah,
true.
That'd be a parody film.
Yeah.
I mean, it has superhero plot devices, but
Yeah.
it's definitely on the satirical side and self-aware side. So.
Yeah. And that's the other thing I was debating on. I was debating on Rocky and Bullwinkle, but I was like, that's not necessarily parody. It's definitely more satire. But is it parody? Trying to think. So, I guess on the whole idea of parody. J.M. Strauss adds that he I would also include Elf. So thanks, Blue. So he did that. He says also a little Ralph Breaks the Internet with all the princesses and stuff. That's very definitely self-aware, that type of a thing. And I was thinking of Ralph Breaks the Internet with parody. So it's a parody of Rudolph? Oh, yeah. Elf is? Is that what you're saying, Crackhead Blue? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I love it. Yay! So, there you go. I was adding it to the lists. So that way we had it. I don't want to forget these things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, Ralph is with a PH, just so you know.
How did you spell it?
No, I'm not telling. Because if I told, I'd be embarrassed.
With an F?
No!
I mean, that's a way to spell that name.
Not in the Disney universe.
Not in that. No, not that one.
Yeah. Okay. It's typed up. Because y'all needed to hear me type that up, just so you know. Okay. Okay, I think it's time to move on, shall we?
Okay.
To what we all
right.
came here for, right?
Let's hit it.
Yeah, stuff we're putting in our eyes. And one of the things is Avengers Endgame.
Oh man.
That's right. As
Did that
Avengers
come out?
Assemble.
Is that came out?
It came out, yeah. It came out last Thursday or something like that. Been out for a while. And the funny thing is I hear its box office is well above what they predicted it would be.
Wow.
Which is interesting, especially for a classic love story about a narcissist and his need to one-up everybody. You know, that in and of itself is amazing. I don't know how to. Everybody must already know the plot because
I think there's still people who haven't seen it.
Really. So
Yeah,
but,
one of my coworkers hasn't seen it yet.
I know.
So they haven't.
I know 3 people that made the following comment. I don't want to go to the crowded theater and watch that, and just 3+ hours sitting in a theater with, the hot, the cold, spend $20 and not get much to eat. I'm going to wait till my next plane trip, and I'm just going to watch it there.
Oh,
That's embarrassing.
that is embarrassing. They need to.
You should not know those people anymore.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. Do something about that.
Yeah.
If you could add a cubicle between you two, that probably would work better.
No, they're not. Well, one of them is work, but no, the other ones aren't work. So
Yeah. Holy moly. Well, here's the deal. And where I was actually headed with that is if you've seen Infinity War, then you'd know the plot to Endgame. Basically,
I mean, you know the basic idea.
and then
of
that's
what
all we
Endgame
got to
is.
say. Thanks for watching.
oh gosh, I wish that's all we had to say. Holy
And
moly.
cut. All right, we're out. We're out.
That's a wrap. But oh yeah. Can I just say it was a super emotional film. That
And when do we get to say no?
when do we get to say no?
Well, you said, "Can I say?"
Well, I was asking myself. I wasn't asking anybody
You
else.
didn't give us a chance to answer.
Yeah. No answering chances. But hey, first of all, getting a seat was super easy, by the way. When I first started looking, like a week before the show opened, it was like everything was full. There was nothing. And then the week of came up, and they must have added like 20 more shows.
Yes.
Because when it was time for me to pick my seat, I had the whole theater to choose from.
Select his reclining,
My reclining heated
Seat.
seat.
not pick his
Yes.
seat.
Yeah, it didn't really.
He did that
pick.
in the reclining heated seat, but
Right, yes. No.
Got it.
But,
Got it.
But it was pretty cool, and I'm a super fan of 3D, super duper fan of 3D, and that it just made it even better because not many people are fans of 3D, and I love it because it's more seats for me. Well, I only needed one, but
Well, I will say that 3D has gotten better. I still find it pretty off-putting. Like, it doesn't make me dizzy. It doesn't make me feel sick or whatever. It's just, man, when 3D movies first started coming out, it was like they are, all right, how much of this movie can we make 3D? Things that aren't necessary. And it took me out of the movie. Like, it took me out of it a lot of the times. And then I feel like the last couple 3D movies I've seen, which aren't many, and so it was probably a while back, like within the last couple years, I thought it was used sparingly and in the right moments.
yeah.
And I think we saw Ready Player One in 3D, and it worked. I feel like there was one other one. I can't really remember, but I'm not a fan. If I can see it in 2D, I'm good.
Got it.
But I get you.
I am with you. There's one movie that I've seen in the last how many years that I actually enjoyed in 3D, and that was Avatar.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That was a good 3D movie. I did see Endgame in 3D, and the thing that bothered me was everything in the background was like blurred.
Yeah,
and I hated that.
I could see that, yeah.
So that's me.
Yeah. You know the movie that I loved the most in 3D?
No, but you're going to tell us.
Yeah, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, and it was...
UHF. Oh.
I would love to see that in 3D. You know what? I'm going to send that to Weird Al and see if he can't fix that.
I'm sure that he will just for you.
Just for me. Well, he's that kind of a superstar. But honestly, it was actually Nightmare Before Christmas in 3D. When they made that 3D, everything just popped out. It was like, I guess it was more like a pop-up book, and just like everything was just amazing in 3D. I don't know. I really want to see it in 3D again because it was that good. I don't know if you've seen it that way, but
I have not. I'm I'm with just Joe. I'm not a fan of 3D, but
I'll go out of my way not to see it in 3D.
Same. But to be able to watch the movie and not be like right under the screen, I had to watch it in 3D.
Oh, yeah. I think that you would probably enjoy 3D with films that were created for 3D, like Avatar was. I mean, they used cameras designed for 3D. They didn't
right.
just go.
But they don't make those movies very often.
No, they don't. They do not. And I wish they did.
Therefore, I'm just going to continue not liking 3D.
Yeah. Well, see, and there it is. 2 out of 3 2D theaters are taken versus the 1 out of 3 3D. And so
yeah, so you're playing the odds as well. You figure
totally.
Most people don't like 3D, so you're going to get a seat.
And I did. It was amazing. Theater completely open. Penny and I get a seat together. One of those beautiful like love seats where you put the armchair up and you get to cuddle, which was really nice. And watch a 3-hour movie. And yeah, so that was really cool. The next thing was audience participation of this film.
Wait, hold on. Joe, what was your movie experience like?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Getting your seat, how was that?
Our movie experience was we were going to go on Saturday, but our friends that we went with, one of their kids had a soccer game Saturday morning. It was a tournament, so he didn't want to pull her out of it. So we went Sunday morning, and it was the reserved seats, but it wasn't the comfortable like recliner style ones. It was a big theater. But it was full. I would say every seat was full. We were in a big long line. We were near the back because we let them buy the tickets. Usually Blue and I will try to purchase tickets that are in the center of the whole room if we can. But our friends that like to go to the movies, they prefer the back rows and it's fine. And it was fine. There was a couple cell phones that got whipped out periodically that I was kind of like starting to get annoyed with. But the experience was good. It was good.
Sweet. So, and I'm going to butt myself in. As I was on my way to the theater Saturday, my wife got notifications about the shooting at the synagogue that was like a mile away from our house.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm going to go to the movies anyway. And I went to the movies, and I could tell when it hit social media because half the theater emptied out. People just started walking out. So it was like, yeah, I don't know how those people are going to feel about Endgame. So, yeah, it was just kind of weird, but figured I'd share that.
I could see people, not feeling safe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll always be associated, like Blue just said, they'll probably always think of Avengers Endgame as that day that we had to leave the theater because we didn't feel safe.
Right. It was actually really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you stayed.
I stayed. I'm like, you know what? If I know anybody there, and I'm sure I know at least one person there, and they would just want me to enjoy the movie, so I stayed. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. I'd have been like, I've been waiting 11 years for this conclusion, so if this is how it goes, then that's how it goes. But yeah, no, it's a very sad day for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to make light of that situation.
Now I am. Yeah, it was our three older. Well, our number. Let's see, 4, 5, and 6 children went to school with the shooter.
Oh wow.
None of them, I think, remember him or knew him, but he lived in the same neighborhood we were in before we moved to Poway. So
Sheesh.
that hit really close to home. I anticipate that in the next year, someone will come out with a mass shooting film. It's bound to happen with a political message, and they need to. Hollywood needs to step up.
Well, there's Bowling for Columbine.
Yeah, but that's not it. That. Yeah, don't even get me started. Yeah.
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 Well, maybe it's something.
He's a
you can write.
dipstick. I think that it needs to be like like a Spike Lee movie.
Oh.
Because he's really good at making a statement.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
that's that. Now to crap everybody out, let's get back to the show.
Back to the show. Okay. How did you get your seat? Was it like really full, or you bought a single seat, right? So
Yeah, but it was absolutely full. I got one of the last handicap companion seats.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Holy moly!
And you said about half of the theater walked out?
Yeah, roughly half.
Okay.
At different points in the movie too. It was like,
okay, yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So did that disrupt your audience?
Yeah, that was my next question.
participation?
Did it take away from your viewership a little bit, or
Not for me. I'm like, ooh, it was getting hot. And I'm like, thanks. Take the body heat with you, dude.
it's cooling off?
Yeah.
But I guess having lived in a country where there's a lot of violence, and it's very visible, somewhat, I don't know if desensitized.
Good point, Blue.
Yeah.
Blue makes a good point. She says it goes to. On the other hand, it shows you how many people are actually looking at their phones during movies when you're like really not. Like, I turn my phone off before previews. That way, I'm just not even tempted to look at it or grab it or anything. Like,
Right.
as soon as I get in the theater, I usually shut it off when we're sitting down, and then it's off till the movie's done.
Yeah.
See,
There was. Go ahead.
my problem is that I have an Apple Watch, and it goes off.
Oh, right.
But no, I turn my
Well, you
phone
can turn
upside
those off,
down
too.
on the tray.
No,
But
I don't even take it out of my pocket,
good for you.
and it's off. So either way,
I keep my phone off. Well, I keep it on. I use it to write down all the trailers, so I remember which trailers that I watched. And then when it's time for the movie, it's in my pocket or in blankets or whatever, and totally ignored. I never look at it until I'm done.
But
I don't mind people having their phone on during previews with it, like if the screen's dim. Like a lot of people dim the screen all the way down.
Yeah.
But even like during a movie, the dim screen jumps out at you from wherever it gets pulled out. You know what I mean? Like it catches your attention.
Yeah.
And there was a guy 2 rows in front of us, a few seats over, and every once in a while I kept seeing his screen. I go. Sometimes I have these, these daydreams of just being real tough and going, hey man, if you really need to check your phone that bad every 5 minutes, maybe you shouldn't be in the theater. Like if there's something that important going on, the movie is not where you need to be right now.
Right, or take it out, like go somewhere or stand.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, go somewhere else. Exactly.
So neither one of you guys have ever said anything?
I never really want to because I don't want to cause it. Like you never know how somebody's gonna react to it, and
I think,
and I'm not scared of somebody being tough. It's just like if I don't have to get into that situation, it's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
See,
but if it was like right next to me, a guy I didn't know, I would go, hey man, can you like shield that or do something with that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But a couple rows down, I'm not gonna stand over people and yell at somebody and make a bigger distraction for other people.
Right. I don't know if DJ was there, but there was a time we were with a group of people and someone was on their phone and people are like, God, I wish that guy would stop. So I just stood up and I said, everybody back here wants you to turn your fucking phone off. And he put the phone away.
Yeah.
That's nice. Kind of shift blame a little bit.
Right. It was a community action.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
If the Titanic's going down, you're part of the band.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. And
I've often pictured myself, hulking out and going, "Hey, put your fucking phone away." Jesus.
Yeah. And Blue asked in the chat about checking my app for diabetes. Well, I have a actual receiver that I use instead of my phone, so it looks more medically like a medical device rather than my phone, which looks more like I'm just playing around on my phone. So there's that. Also, during the previews and stuff, I try to use a note-taking app called Dark Notes, and so not only is my screen dim, but it's a black background as well, which tries to make it like the least amount of brightness, even for the previews, because I still don't want it to be too bright then.
Sure.
And let that be a lesson to you kids.
Yeah, turn your phone
Etiquette
off.
at the movies. If you want to piss off old men, put your damn phone away.
Bunch of graybeard jerks behind you. Hey,
right.
turn your phone off, kids.
You little fart
Go play
knocker.
Fortnite somewhere else. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Get off my lawn.
How does Endgame become an etiquette for watching movies?
I know. Because it was a movie everybody's been waiting for, and like you don't want your experience ruined.
That's true.
So,
true.
What was your favorite scene, DJ?
I can't tell you that.
Yes, you can.
Oh no, I can't. Tell
We haven't
you.
given a spoiler warning
No,
yet.
but you know what? I felt like my audience was a little dull. Just so you know, I do.
They were
wanna talk
watching it
about
in
audience
3D. What do you expect?
Yeah, there's nobody there.
No, it was full.
Everybody was dizzy and drooling on themselves from the 3D. They couldn't react to the
It
movie.
was
Maybe
like
that's
the background is all blurry.
Oh god.
I can't focus.
Can somebody
Captain
clean
America?
my glasses?
I can't.
My glasses are scratched. I can't see.
Whose ass is that really? I'm just kind of trying to figure it out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that. I don't. You know.
So what was your favorite scene?
Wait. Why can't you tell what your favorite scene was?
Well, it's at the very end, and it's a super spoiler. So.
Oh, dude. Well, pick a real scene then.
Gosh. Okay.
Well, hold on. Okay,
Here it is.
so hold on. Wait.
Yes.
Give everybody 10 seconds to walk away.
Walk away.
If you don't want spoilers, turn it off.
Yeah.
DJ has cleared the spoiler track. It's been at least 48 72 hours since this thing hit. You've had ample time to go see it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And
so,
the one person listening right now on YouTube has already seen it twice. I'm jealous.
Whoa, okay.
Maybe 3 times.
Good job, J.M. Strauss.
Yes, excellent.
Just a little bit jealous.
My favorite scene is... Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm shutting up.
Okay, shut up. My favorite scene is when Tony Stark figures out how to go back in time or time travel.
How to do the time travel.
Yeah, that whole scene with him and his daughter, freaking hilarious. And also...
I'm figuring out some important shit here, yeah.
Yeah. and so that was just it. That was my favorite scene. One of them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Just Joe? Favorite scene?
Okay, well, I have one that I keep saying. I wouldn't call it my overall favorite scene, but it was a very, very favorite moment of mine. And it's kind of near the end, so we already got the spoiler warning. It's when they're constructing the new glove.
Oh.
And they set the last stone in, and Rocket leans over and goes, boom! Like, to scare everybody.
Dude, that was the best.
Yeah, I thought that was so great. Like, it's totally something he would do. It was just super funny. But I think overall, man, I mean, there's a lot of good moments. And like you said, it was emotional.
Yeah.
All the way, like every emotion, you feel it. Like you feel the highs, the lows.
The very first scene, my heart sank immediately.
Well, as soon as it started, and like they took the focus away from who they were talking to, like it was just focused on him.
Yeah.
And he's like, he told his daughter, "All right, go get that stuff." And it was just him. I'm like, I leaned over to Blue and I said, "They're gonna disappear," because I know we needed a motivator.
Yeah.
To make Hawkeye go Ronin.
I said that to
if
Penny
you know
too.
If you know anything about the Ronin stuff, like he went that way because, and then he even said it in the movie where innocent people were vanished and you guys are still around being shitheads, so I'm gonna kill you all, basically.
Right.
So that one didn't get me because I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I think my favorite scene overall, even though I know that it was a thing, I think it might have caught some people that only know the movies, they don't know comic book stuff, is when Cap finally wielded Mjolnir. I think that was like the oh shit moment of the movie.
Yeah.
And even though I knew he could do it, it's still like and he held the hammer and he said, "Avengers assemble."
Yeah.
And he's holding Mjolnir and he's wielding the power of Thor. And it's like, holy shit. And then when Thor, not jealous, was happy and proud that he was able to do it, that made it even better.
Yeah. I like that he was proud of it. I like that he was proud of it. That was cool.
Yeah. He's like, I knew you could do it, or I knew you were worthy, or something like that.
And I thought it was weird, honestly, because I hadn't seen it in the comic books.
Right.
I was like, how is Captain America doing that? I don't know. I don't get it.
Because he's pure. He's pure. He can do it.
He is pure.
Right.
He really is.
And they hint it in Ultron, where he nudges it at the table.
That. Oh, I remember that.
And Thor looks at him like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Right.
So, yeah, that was a good moment. I had a lot of welling of tears in my eyes at different parts. I looked over at Blue a few times, and she had tears down her cheeks.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I was emotionally like drained after that movie.
And one of the cool things I think all superhero movies are when they utilize their powers to, I guess I could say. In Ghostbusters, don't cross the streams, but then they cross the streams and everything's better. It's kind of like that in superhero world. They crossed their powers and made it even bigger. Like Thor and Iron Man together and like ultra forcing like this lightning storm.
Oh, when he charged his suit up for him, and then that was pretty rad.
That was awesome.
And when Cap was just throwing the hammer and the shield and using them together to like hit Thanos in the face a bunch of times, I'm sure if I could see my own face, my smile was super big.
Yeah,
it was such a good. Yeah, it was a good. That epic fight at the end was a big payoff for all of us that have been watching these movies for the last 11 years.
Yeah, and there was so many times I wanted to like scream out or just like cheer on, and the audience didn't allow that. I was so mad.
Really?
We had some clapping and whooping in our theater. It wasn't out of hand because I do think sometimes it does get a little out of hand and you miss dialogue because people are still doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I missed super important dialogue. And I also think that they make these movies with a little bit of throwaway dialogue after a moment they know is going to get that kind of a reaction.
Yeah.
Purposely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just Jimmy. We haven't even asked you your favorite moments. I just keep talking, man. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. What about you, man?
My favorite scene is when Ant-Man gets pooped out of the back of the van.
Oh.
I don't know if
a
anybody
bunch
else.
of different times.
Well, no, the time where he like the rat.
Oh, when the
rat
the first
charges the thing up.
Yeah.
And he literally gets pooped out of the back of the van. I don't know if anyone caught that. Big brown van, and he gets like a turd rolling out. It was awesome. That was my favorite scene because it wouldn't.
Can we acknowledge that the rat is the true hero of the whole thing?
Right?
That's true.
I'm telling you, dude. That scene was
all these years. Rats are villainized in movies.
They are,
and now we have one to celebrate.
That's right.
And
he brought Ant-Man back, and Ant-Man had the idea in his head the whole time.
I was so worried the whole time that Doctor Strange wouldn't be part of it. And I'm like, holy crap! When they first introduced the master before him, the bald chick, I was so relieved because I've been talking crap to everybody. I'm like, dude, Doctor Strange, he's the key to this whole thing.
Well, Doctor Strange knew that Tony was the key to the whole thing.
Yep.
If you go back to Infinity War, when he tells him after he gave up the stone, he's like, why'd you do that? And he's like, because it's the only way it would happen, because he knew that he had to spare Tony's life at that moment to use him later to do what he needed to do.
Because he'd already seen it.
Right.
He did.
And I like how he told him, is this the one where he win? He's like, if I tell you, it's not going to be it.
It won't happen.
Right. If I tell you what's going to happen, it won't happen.
Right.
Yep.
So.
No, I tried explaining that to my wife. She hasn't seen the film yet. But
okay.
I tried explaining at the end of Infinity War. I'm like, Doctor Strange is the key. He knows what's going to happen. She's like, dude, I don't know where you get that. I don't get these comic book things. I'm like, okay. All right.
And another key, so I put it together, I think, after watching Infinity War, and I like started thinking about things, and I put it together. I go, okay, so Stark is the key, but in what capacity? That was where my brain was like blocked until I really thought more about what Thanos said to him. Before he was going to kill him, he said, I hope they remember you when this is all over.
See, I didn't catch that.
He meant that meant because I'm going to kill you right now. But then Strange intervened and said, nope, I'll give you the stone if you spare him. Yeah. And then because Strange had already seen the end result.
That's awesome because I didn't. The only part of it I put together that was that Doctor Strange knew the end, that he'd seen it, but he couldn't.
But he needed Tony to survive that encounter for it to happen.
And I didn't put that piece to it. All I knew was that
and
he
then
was
when
the key
Thanos basically eulogized him
it.
before he was going to get him.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Oh.
Yeah.
So what's your overall takeaway?
As far as
Overall takeaway of the movie.
I loved every minute of it.
Cool.
I heard people before we went and saw it, they're like, it starts kind of slow and I go, no, we need to see these guys at their lowest. We need to see them down in the dumps. We need to see them trying to
broken
to recover for exactly, like completely broken.
Yeah.
All that stuff. If I had to rate it, which I'm gonna rate it, it's a 10.
Yep.
And I don't give 10s out. I don't give 10s out very, very easily. Like, I'll give a movie that I liked. I'll give it a 5 or 6, just above average. But I liked it, but it wasn't great or awesome. Because my scale is a little bit different than DJ's. But
You mean it's not full tilt 10?
yeah, it's not full tilt 10.
Oh.
And that's the title for your show, DJ.
Full tilt 10.
Full tilt 10. Because it seems like it is. Like, I'm giving it a 10.
And go ahead, sorry.
I was saying Teacher
I'm
J.M.
horrible
Strauss
today.
gave it 20 out of 10. Just, he doubled
20
it.
out of 10?
Yeah, he doubled it.
I think for me also, it the reason why I was so on board with it, because the 1991 edition of the Infinity Gauntlet series is still to this day my all-time favorite collection of comic, where that's where Thanos gets the stones, and it was a little bit different in the movie form because I think they were pulling from a couple different arcs, but for the most part, and Blue can attest to this, is like when he snapped everybody into dust, everybody was upset, and I was smiling. I was like, yes, they did it. They went for it. They didn't pull the stops. They went for it.
Yeah.
Or they pulled all the stops, basically.
Right.
And yeah, I did have one gripe. I felt like Black Widow's death was kind of glossed over, and to go on DJ's earlier comment about a guy who needs to one-up everybody. Even in death, he one-upped Black Widow.
Yeah.
Barely, and she had to share her moment with a mention of Vision. So it's kind of like she didn't even get her own send-off, which was like kind of a bummer. But
yeah.
I'm not quite the comic book nerd that you are, Joe. There's jealousy in that statement, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it helps me kind of look at things from a different perspective. And then also the group of people we go with to see all these comic book movies, after the movie, they're like, so why did they do this? Why did this happen? Why did this get said? And stuff like
You
that.
guys go into full debrief download mode.
Yeah, debrief mode after the movie. And I'll give them like, well, this is how I interpret it based on this story that I read 15 years ago. Stuff like that.
I went into this movie thinking I was going to walk out and there was going to be at least 2 or 3 disappointments. And I told myself there's no way it's more than a 7.
Yeah.
I predetermined it, and I walked out with a 10. I walked out with a 10.
There was a lot of moments where my face got hot, my eyes got watery. There's a lot of goosebumpy moments.
Right.
Yeah.
Just everything. I mean, when Peter Parker and Tony embraced for that first time, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't handle this right now.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That whole his uncle and him. That redemptive moment with Tony.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Him talking to his dad was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And just some of the stuff that Howard said to him, he was like, it hit him like, Howard Stark said, I haven't even met this kid, but there's nothing I wouldn't do for him. And Tony needed to hear that from his dad's mouth. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Sure, he had that recording in Iron Man 2, but it was more, hearing it from the man himself.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm taking over the review, guys.
No,
you guys please
okay.
jump in.
No,
That's all right, dude.
We're good, man. You're the comic book like guru in the room.
And the one thing I didn't didn't see coming was the two Nebulas being able to share memories.
Yeah, that was a
dude,
twist.
that was
So
gnarly.
that was very like, oh shit, that's so because like how did he, oh my god, he figured it out by using Nebula against her other self.
Yeah.
So that was a good twist. Oh, Fat Thor. Can we talk about Fat Thor? I mean,
Oh my
dude,
God.
that was great. And the Lebowski call out was amazing.
It was perfect. Yeah.
When Stark's like, one side Lebowski, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's so great. And he's even wearing like the sweater.
Oh yeah.
Right?
That was
And then when
great.
Rocket told him that he looks like melted ice cream, I lost
Yes.
it.
Oh god. But it's so. I mean, that is the broken Thor. He was broken. That was the best
Yeah.
way to show a broken god.
And
And I'm glad that when he fought, he didn't feel like he needed to look all godly again. He was
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna fight you fat and still beat you up.
Yep.
right.
Yep.
I love that being a fat
Sounds
guy.
great.
Like, you could do it even if you're fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me being a bigger dude, I was like, all right, I'm not so. Yeah, I look like Thor. I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah. No,
So what? I look like melted ice cream. It's fine.
people like that.
And it was nice to see Meek and Korg again.
Yeah.
Even if it was in a small little capacity.
Yeah.
I love the part where Thor sees his mom. That was
Yeah, that was good too.
That
It was a Tony dad moment as well. It was
dude,
like another one of those.
there was a lot of like tenderness.
Yeah. 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 Well, healing. They all had to heal in order to get better, to get what they were doing. You know.
Right. I really thought Robert Downey's acting when he first got back to Earth and they started talking and he was mad at Cap and he wasn't holding it back.
Yeah.
I thought that scene was incredible. Like you felt his hurt and his hate at the same time.
Yeah.
I thought he was
and
really
his
good
defeat.
there.
He was defeated.
Yes.
He was done.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but just the way how upset he got, and
Yeah.
and he was scared. He's like, I'm not messing with him again. He beat us, dude. We're done.
Yeah.
It's it. It was great.
Good times.
There's so much to enjoy. Yeah, it's such a good movie.
And then,
I'm gonna give it an 11. Actually,
11.
I'm gonna Spinal Tap it and take it to 11.
I'm staring at America's ass right now. Just that's
Yeah.
freaking hilarious.
Oh, when he fought himself, that was great.
Oh yeah.
Especially when he goes, "I could do this all day," and he goes, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
His little the little Civil War callback where he called Spider-Man, he called him Queens
Oh yeah.
because he threw him the hammer.
Yep.
He's like, "Yo, Queens, you're," because they were both from New York but different boroughs.
Right.
That was great. It was all good.
Yeah.
I loved every minute of it.
Yeah. Me too. And I didn't pee in the whole thing. It was cool. And Run Pee app was not working, by the way. Just
Cool.
so you know. Just,
Well, we're both proud. Blue and I are both proud of you for not going to the bathroom.
thank you. Did you stay to the end of the credits?
Absolutely.
No, because I was told by someone that it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
I was
and
told the same thing, and something said, just stick around. You don't want to have to deal with these idiots anyways. So I did.
Well, I watched all the little graphics and all the signatures and stuff that came. I
that
thought
was
that was
nifty.
really neat.
That was cool.
So I know I just missed an audio thing, so it's fine. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you're gonna watch it
I
again
wish I'd
anyways.
stayed for that.
You're like me. You're gonna go watch it in 2D.
Yeah, we'll go see it again.
Yeah, well, I'll see it again too.
I mean,
I'm okay if it's in 2D.
I'll probably buy tickets for tomorrow night, just to go watch it
Ooh, nice.
or whatever.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe Blue and I can go see it on Friday or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so we wouldn't be able to go see it then.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will see.
Or you can just
see.
play hooky from work.
Yeah, I can't this week.
Oh
but yeah.
my gosh. I can't either.
Wouldn't that be a good idea? Holy moly.
Says the guy with the school job. Like, if you can't play hooky from a school job, I don't know when. Yeah. Wow. I remember those days. It was like save up all of your extra hours, and then like that Friday, like, I can't come in. I'm over hours.
Oh, I wish. Wouldn't that be nice? Wow. Well, shall we move on from Avengers?
As much as I could do this all day long.
Right.
I think we should.
Okay. Holy crap, guys!
Thank you for letting me monopolize that conversation.
That was fun.
No, it was very willful. It was good.
Yeah. It was only like a Disney monopolization, because there are still other entities out there that got to have their say.
That's true.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Anyways.
I know. So anyways, Who Framed Roger Rabbit was last week's movie clip. And even though Blue like had it first, Teacher Jam Strauss, he had it faster. Like he had it immediately. So
there's
kudos
a first.
to you guys. What's that?
There's a first.
I know, right? I know. But, oh, wait, for Teacher Jam Strauss? Wait a minute.
For both. Usually, Blue always gets it. I think Joe beat her once or twice.
I said it as soon as I heard it. I was like, Roger Rabbit. So she started texting it probably as soon as I said it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But, we weren't fast enough.
There you go. All right. So, here we go. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, do
All
it.
right.
No.
Here it is.
No.
No, you're not ready for it. Hold on. I got to turn it up. Okay, here we go. Now I'm ready. Okay. Be prepared. There is a little bit of cussing in this. All right. Is this thing on? Okay, it is.
I don't like this, Sarge. I was in junior high, dickhead.
All right. All right. Oh, I let go of the button. You guys couldn't hear me. All right. So there it was. Did you get to hear it? Did you hear it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool. It's a toughie.
Not really.
Okay. That's not really. You're right. But there you go. There's your challenge for the week. And then, what's next under our thing? Streaming, by the way. Are you ready?
Sure.
Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to start? I was going to say I could start, but, I've got to.
I only stream Game of Thrones 12 hours later, so,
okay.
So I'm streaming.
So what I watched this week, I watched it was Amazon Prime movie called American Rebels, and it was your classic love story of
I love it.
Serbia, 1995, and a group of Navy SEALs who one of them is in love with a local, and all of them think they have a chance with her, and only one of them, other than the guy that was actually with her in every way possible, knew that was happening. She tells him about some gold in a church that when I don't remember which side blew a dam up, it flooded a valley, and so there was all these bricks of gold underwater in a church. That's how exciting it was.
Oh my gosh.
It
He doesn't recommend this.
they did a whole bunch of improvising, and they got all these bars of gold to the surface, not without a fight underwater, above water, and on the water of this lake. So that was great. And then I watched a series called Huge in France about a comedian who's not very funny in English, but he's huge in France, and it's actually, it took a minute to get used to it, but it turned out to be a pretty good film, or not film, but series. That's all I got.
Cool. I watched a Netflix original film called Between Worlds with Nicolas Cage. And
The greatest actor of our time.
yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, and it was mostly about whatever the character he had. He was like an ex-truck driver, and he was dealing with ghost stories or ghosts. Like, this gal had out-of-body experiences, and his dead wife ended up taking over the one of the bodies,
Right?
and it was really just him experiencing the now time women and the past women in the same bodies, and it was more about him having sex with them and all that experiences. And I was like, okay, so I don't necessarily recommend this one because it was too weird, I suppose.
That sounds very Nicolas Cage too.
yeah,
Just-
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. So,
that's great.
but I thought, well, it's Nick Cage. I like Nick Cage, so I'll watch it. And yeah, I mean, there was some depth to it. I feel like the film, the writers of the film spent so much time working on character development that they didn't think about the story. So these characters would come on screen, and you knew they had like some purpose for being there, but it wasn't like prominent, if that makes sense. It was weird. Like, we know what these characters are supposed to be like or what motivates them, but we're not going to tell the audience. It was kind of weird.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, I mean, if you want to see something like that, check it out, Between Worlds. If not, then just skip it. Go on to Santa Clarita Diet instead. So, because Santa Clarita Diet, hilarious. We just finished all 3 episodes. I mean, all 3 seasons. And I think it ended great. Like, it was great comedy, definitely written for me, that's for sure. And this one ended with a twist. Like, the first one wasn't much of a twist. The second season ended with not much of a twist, but a really great comedic timing.
Well, now I definitely don't need to see it.
Right.
Why
thank
not?
You.
What?
Because you just told me there was a twist, so now I'm not worried about it.
Oh, no. There's oh, whoops. Well, but anyway.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It was on
check
his
out-
list, anyways.
was.
No, I told you guys already that I started watching it and I couldn't get through it at all.
Yeah. If you get a chance, season 3 ends great. I enjoyed it. So I can't wait for season 4. I hope they get picked up. I haven't seen if they got picked up for a 4th, which would be really nice. So.
Oh, real quick, we did watch Mystery Science Theater season 2.
Oh, yay. Okay.
So
Cool. What did you think?
but I mean, I love the show, so it's great.
Yay.
I'm mad it was only 7 episodes or whatever it was.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody's going to the shortened season for their second and third seasons, or 6 episodes. Everyone's shortening seasons, and we're wondering, is it because people aren't watching and they feel like they need to just cut them short to not lose money, or I don't know.
I
I
think
wish I
it's
knew.
because that's all the attention span that anyone has anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I
next.
love when there's like 10 or 12
Yeah, I'll sit there and watch
episodes.
them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when Game of Thrones is finally all over, I'll watch all 8 seasons in a row. No, I don't know about that.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Next week, coming out next week, The Intruder with Dennis
Intruder.
Quaid, right?
Sure.
As a villain, that ought to be interesting. Long Shot, little comedy with what's his name?
That guy.
That guy with the beard, and he talks like this.
Zach Galifianakis.
No,
No.
not Zach Galifianakis. no. Oh boy. Oh well, I can't think of his name, but he was in Neighbors. If you remember that guy,
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. There you go. Thank you.
That guy.
That guy. Ugly Dolls comes out, so that ought to be interesting. A Hulu film, which is on Netflix, or no, Fandango is talking about its release. Ask Dr. Ruth. So it's all about her life. So it's a documentary. And then another documentary called Meeting Gorbachev. Gorbachev? Something. I think I said that wrong.
You did. But it's all good.
Yep. It's okay.
Yeah. So that's coming out this week. Or next week. So look forward to that. We'll probably watch Intruders first and Long Shot. Ugly Dolls, not so sure about it. We'll see what happens. So hey, how what's going on in the box office, Jimmy?
Wow. That's
There's
it.
only one answer to that.
Wow.
I know. Wow.
How do you like this? 1.2236.6 billion
Oh my god.
dollar global opening.
Wow.
That's it for opening. That's incredible.
That is one weekend.
Has any other movie done $1 billion in a weekend?
I
The
don't.
next highest was Infinity
Yeah.
War at 640.5 million
Holy crap.
globally.
Wow.
This film near doubled it.
That's
The
insane.
overseas opening, $866.5 million.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Domestically, 357 and change million dollars.
Wow.
They didn't
Dude,
even.
Feige could retire today.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I mean, he could have retired like 10 movies ago, probably. But
So here's the crazy thing. Captain Marvel, a phenomenal movie. In second position, has been out for 8 weeks and has grossed 413, almost 414 million. In one solitary weekend, 357 million.
Oh yeah. It'll beat that next weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
Can you
that's
imagine?
crazy.
And everybody was like, yeah, it'll be good. But I don't think anyone saw those numbers at all.
Yeah.
So, and then rounding out third, Curse of the Llorona.
Who is number 2? What was it?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel is 2 still.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What? I thought it wasn't 2 last week. What was it last week?
I don't know. That was last week. I can't even remember this morning.
I could swear.
What
I
the hell
could
do you
swear
want
last
from
week it was
me?
like 4th place. It was like 4th, and then it just moved up
Well,
back to 2.
yeah. And Shazam got bumped down to 5.
Oh, because if I remember, it was 2 last week.
I
Holy
think so.
moly! What's going on with this?
There was a big
Stuff.
up. Yeah, things. Yeah, no.
Wow.
Just yeah, no.
Wow.
It's probably, I bet there's people that were like, crap, I got to see Captain Marvel before I go see Infinity War. So they like did a double up this weekend, maybe.
That's possible.
Right. So future movies. What are you guys looking forward to seeing?
Star Wars? That was for Beth.
Oh yeah. Hey, they showed Gemini Man, which is what.
Yeah, I want to see that because I'm a Will Smith fan.
Yeah,
so.
Will Smith. I was like, when I was looking at it, I was like, is that CGI Will Smith? Like made him look younger?
They did the de-aging to him, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty cool. So he's his own hitman against himself, but a clone. It ought to be interesting.
And then I want to see Brightburn still, obviously.
Yeah. Alien 40th anniversary is coming out here pretty soon. If you like Alien, Shawshank Redemption 25-year anniversary.
Yes,
so you're gonna get to
please.
see that again.
They should re-release Alien in theaters this year.
They should. I think they should.
That would be amazing.
Well,
to see that on the big screen.
The 40th anniversary is going to be on the big screen. You just got to look for it.
Oh, it is going to be
Yeah.
out?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
These are going to be on the big screen probably for
sweet.
1 or 2 days, and that's
okay,
it.
well,
so
Bike or Blue, we got to do that.
yeah, check it out. Alien. I'll go. I would love to.
We
go
got to
with you
see
for
Alien
that.
in the theater.
That to me, that would be really neat to see. 40 years? Holy crap!
You're old.
I'm old.
I wasn't born when it came out, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Wait, were you born the next year?
I was born like 6 months later.
Okay.
Right.
You big dope.
Oh,
I was 5.
Yeah. And then I also, the last one I want to say is Dead Don't Die. I really can't wait to see that. That's gonna.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be cool. It reminds me of R.A.P.D. Just sort of an idea of that. So.
I saw it and I was like, oh, this is like a good spiritual successor to Shaun of the Dead. Like it just seems kind of that route.
Yeah.
It's parody movie, nice ensemble cast,
Yes.
funny stuff.
Yeah.
I want to see Phoenix.
Oh,
Dark
Phoenix.
I wasn't really like hyped on that, but the
new
trailer they
trailer.
ran, the trailer they ran in front of Endgame, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this looks
That piqued my
this looks
interest.
closer to what I think it's gonna be. So
Awesome.
All right. Well,
Well,
hey,
good.
next week's topic. What do you want it to be, Jimmy?
What about good guys turned bad?
What?
Or bad guys turned good?
that's most movies though.
Oh gosh.
Good guys turn bad would be.
I thought it was gonna be nostalgia we talked about.
That's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Hey, Blue, what do
think I talked about
you
it.
think about nostalgia? Movies based on nostalgia.
Yeah. What's your take on movies based on nostalgia? I mean,
Blue, that's to you.
yeah, that's for you, Crackhead Blue. But I was thinking, I mean, gosh, would I would think that what Stranger Things? Oh my gosh, that's what the actual thing I was thinking of.
But see, like that's not based on nostalgia.
No.
That is nostalgic,
That is nostalgic,
right?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I guess my brain just doesn't get
Well,
it.
I think that we should do it that way. Like if it's based on nostalgia or is nostalgic. I'm good
If
with
it's
it.
at all nostalgic.
But Jimmy had a good point. Every movie can be nostalgic to somebody.
So here's a new qualifier: a limit of 3 most nostalgic movies for you, but you can't just put that out there. You got to say why. What's the tie-in?
Oh gosh.
Right? Right. I already got my 3 picked. I'll give them to you right
good
now.
for you.
I'll give them to you right now, and then I won't show up next week.
Okay, I could get down with that. Tell me why. What are the 3, and tell me why is it nostalgic for you?
Right now?
So limited
right
to
now?
3?
No, for next week.
Okay.
Jimmy's trying to dip out.
Yeah, Jimmy
gosh.
hasn't eaten since like 11 o'clock.
Oh my god.
All right, Jimmy's got to go.
Jimmy's hangry.
Oh my gosh. Hey,
Take us out.
Joe, plug something.
Plug twitch.tv /apostle_OFC. Come join us on our Twitch channel. You can find Crackhead Blue there as well. We are there Tuesday through Thursday, starting at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard.
Yeah. There you go. So hey, you've been listening to Thanks for Watching. We had a bit of a spoiler there. Big thank yous to Joshua Struthers. Big thank you to Big Checho. Super big thank you for Joe Ray. Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys.
Also to our cast members, DJ McKee, Jimmy Harris, Beth Labine. Also want to say thank you to Dorothy Fielden, Jackie Harris, and Penny McKee. Super big thank you to our Patreon members, Abby Coyer and Craig Blue. Thank you so much. And then also our audience, everybody listening, contributing, all of that great stuff. Thank you so much for being a part of Thanks for Watching. And cut.
Bye, Felicia.